Hello, my name is Edison. I am a 2023 IB graduate, and today I will be answering the web's most searched questions about the IB program. Let's go! Does IB give a lot of homework? Yes, IB does give a lot of homework, but if you can manage your time well, it's not going to be that big of a problem. And the amount of work you get will depend on the class. For example, you're going to be getting more homework probably in physics than in theater. And the level of the course, is it higher level or is it standard level? Do you need good grades to take the IB Diploma Program? This highly depends on the school. If it's a private school, oftentimes they really want good students to enroll in their IB program because it makes them look better. But a lot of schools, they don't really care. As long as you want to, you can go into the IB program. So it's highly dependent on the school. Does the IB Diploma Program prepare students for university? In a general sense, yes. When it comes to time management and self-discipline and the ability to have priorities, it definitely helps. But anything such as this type of exam or that type of exam, maybe not. But in a general sense, it certainly does. Does IB cost money? Again, this depends on the school. Some schools, they want you to pay, but some schools, they do it for free. For example, my school is funded by the government, so I took IB for free. Depends on the school. What is CAS? CAS stands for Creativity Action Service, and it is a program within the IB program with a specific amount of hours, more precisely 150 hours, that you have to complete. For example, in the action category, an activity could be learning how to spike a volleyball. That could maybe take 10 to 15 hours. So that's CAS. IB wanting students to do extracurricular stuff. That's basically it. What is TOK? TOK stands for Theory of Knowledge, and it is basically a blend between philosophy and psychology, and it is a class that IB Diploma students have to take. It teaches you how to think, it teaches you how to question things. Oftentimes, it is considered the thing that separates IB students from the rest of the students. What is an EE? An EE stands for Extended Essay, and it is basically a 4,000 word essay with a subject of your choice that you have to submit at the end of your second year of IB. What are the graduation requirements for the IB program? Well, there is many, but here are a few. You need a minimum grade of 24 out of 45 to graduate IB. Out of your standard level courses, you can only have one course with a grade of 2 out of 7. And for your higher level courses, you're only allowed a grade of 3 out of 7. On top of that, you have to write a good extended essay, so make sure that you don't write an essay that is bad because you can fail because of your extended essay, and you have to complete CAS, which is Creativity Action Service. So those are the basic requirements for graduating IB, so make sure you do your research. What happens if I go into the IB program and find out it's not for me? Generally speaking, most schools will allow you to drop out, but just know that if you drop out, you probably won't be able to go back. Make up your mind. If it's not for you, you can drop out, but just know that you might not be able to go back into it. What makes IB difficult? The thing is, IB doesn't give you like a very high difficulty task. What happens is that oftentimes you will have multiple tasks stacked together in a very short amount of time. So say you have to complete 4 or 5 assignments in just 2 days. Each assignment is not difficult, but it's the sheer amount of work that can very easily overwhelm a person. So that's what makes IB difficult. It's the quantity, not the quality of the task, if that makes sense. What is a good IB grade? Generally speaking, anything above average is good. Usually the average each year is around 31, 32. So I would say personally a good IB grade would be 35 out of 45. If you're going into engineering, medicine, or just the sciences, then you should be aiming for a grade of 40 plus because those programs are competitive and you want to stand out against the other applicants as well. 35 for average, but 40 plus for if you're going into sciences. What is the difference between IB certificate and IB diploma? IB diploma is the whole package. You have to take the courses, you still have to do your extended essay, you have to do CAS, you have to do TOK. However, the IB certificate is basically students just taking the courses. You don't have to do the extended essay, CAS, or TOK. You just take the courses and you get a certificate for that. Not all schools offer the IB certificate, so you make sure you ask your IB coordinator, ask your school if they do, but that's basically kind of the difference between the diploma and the certificate. Do students have a life outside of IB? Well, in the first year, yes, but then when it comes to second year, you're gonna be bombarded with a lot of work. In your second year, you're not gonna have that much of a life. But if you're interested in the life of an IB student, click on the top right corner right here. I actually made a video about the life of an IB student, so go check it out. What supports are available to students in the IB Diploma Program. There is a lot of IB tutors out there, online or even near you. So if you really want help, hire a tutor. They can definitely help you. Other than that, you can always go onto YouTube. You can always go on to other websites to find some very good tools and resources that can really enhance your workflow. It can really help you to understand a subject better. So you really have to spend that time to find those things that you need. And there are some really good hidden gems out there. Let me tell you that. How are IB courses marked? Each one of your classes is going to be marked out of 7. And where does that 7 marks come from? It comes from your final exam as well as the grade you get from your IA. Those two combined together makes a grade out of 7. Can students go directly into the IB Diploma Program without doing the pre-IB program offered in grade 10? The short answer, yes you can. Can a student involved in activities inside and outside of school still be successful in the IB Diploma Program? Yes, you can. And on top of that, IB actually promotes extracurricular activities in the form of CAS. So make sure that you are balancing everything well and don't neglect your academics. Are all the stereotypes of the IB true? Do you really not get any sleep? Is it really a living hell? Okay, the reputation that IB has is very bad among students coming into the IB, but to some extent, yes, IB is very difficult. But like I said previously, if you can really manage your time well, it's not going to be that difficult. Is there an IB exam, and what is the non-exam route? Yes, you do have IB exams, and this happens generally in your second year of IB. Generally speaking, the exams are in May or in November, depending on where you live on the planet. Considering the non-exam route, it was a solution by the IB organization for students who are graduating during the pandemic. So that was from 2020 to 2022. Starting 2023, they don't do that anymore. Don't think that you don't have to take any exams, because everybody has to take exams now, just like the pre-pandemic days. I hope that this video answers some of your questions regarding the IB program. If you still have some questions, drop them down in the comments below. I will try my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.